Well, this time of year, we often do a lot of reflection on the past year while looking ahead to the new year.
Right, and this year, so many of us are anxiously awaiting brighter days ahead. You can start your 2021 off right by writing out a purpose statement.
Our happiness expert, Christine Whelan, joins us now to talk about it. Hi, Christine, Happy New Year.
Happy almost New Year to you.
Just about. So what is a purpose statement?
So rather than that traditional New Year's resolution list where we often kind of beat ourselves up about, oh, let's say this year, the pandemic weight we've gained or all the things we want to do differently, I'm suggesting that this year is a really good year for some self-love and compassion, but also forward-looking positivity. And so to do that, I'm suggesting that people embrace a New Year's purpose statement. And a purpose statement is really a way of saying what matters most to me, why does it matter, and then how I'm going to take specific steps to make it happen in my life. So I thought that today we could kind of talk through a little pandemic-y New Year's purpose statement so that people could do one at home.
All right.
Yeah, I love this idea. What are some of the questions that you want to be asking yourself?
All right, so I've broken it down into 5 questions. So let's think about it almost as sort of like a New Year's Mad Lib statement. So here are the 5 questions, and they're simple to ask, but they're not necessarily simple to answer. So take a little time to think it through. The first question is, what do I value? What's really important to me? Not other people, but me. And then the second question is, what am I good at? What are my gifts? Not the things that I have to do, but the things that I want to do with my time. The third question, who do I want to positively impact? What cause or organization or group of people do I want to help? The fourth question for this New Year's pandemic purpose statement is looking back a little bit at some of the lessons learned from 2020. It was a very hard year, but there were also probably some silver linings. So what were some of the lessons that you learned that might help you think about the next year as well? And then with those 4 questions, what kind of purpose-based commitments do you want to make in 2021 to move forward in your life, to take those lessons learned and really go for that thriving that we're all craving?
We're seeing the statement on the screen right now. This is sort of in lieu of resolutions, more of a positive spin rather than I want to do this, I want to lose weight, that sort of thing.
Indeed, because really, I mean, I could lose the pandemic weight too, right? We've all got that in the background. But there is something really to be said for self-love and compassion this year, but not being wishy-washy about it either. I'm really suggesting that you look inward, that you think about what worked and what didn't. Think in terms of your values, your strengths, who you want to impact. But then take it, maybe it could be a day-by-day purpose statement. This is what I've done with people for a lot of 2020, just thinking about it day by day. But in my purpose statement, for example, one of the things that I learned in 2020 is that home is where my heart is, but travel really does spark joy in my life. So for 2021, I want to think about where that new balance is going to be for me. So thinking about the lessons learned in 2020 and then how to bring that forward in 2021. Because unfortunately, we're not going to flip the switch and have everything go back to normal on New Year's Day 2021, but we can bring some of the lessons and the good stuff to make 2021 an even happier and more positive year.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. And what is the power, do you think, in actually writing it down?
So when we write things down and ideally share it with others, what we end up doing is making a commitment to ourselves. And purpose-based commitments are a how with a why. They're a goal with a purpose. And when you write those things down, maybe post it on your refrigerator, maybe post it as the background of your computer or on your bathroom mirror. Post it somewhere where you can see it, even share it on social media. These are things that we can also do to look back over time and see whether we're living the way we want to. I'm encouraging a lot of my students to kind of write a little time capsule letter to themselves. So on New Year's 2022, they can look back and remember what this transition was like and see whether they've gotten where they were hoping to go.
Yep, it's in writing. Here's to a wonderful 2021. Christine, Happy New Year to you and your family.
Happy New Year to you guys as well, and here's to a much better 2021 all around.
Here.
Great to see you, Christine. Thank you.
You too. Bye.